panned out first.
Yeah, he's still he must be a target ban there because Hecarim's received quite a few nerfs here recently, and he's considered to be a bit weak except by the good players. Unless you really play Hecarim well, he can still be a great late game champion. But there's a lot of the aggressive style been playing here recently, so he's kind of fallen off in favor of most of the junglers. But I believe they must have a pretty strong Hecarim jungler.
Well, Hecarim becomes like a really big monster late game, like just unkillable. So I can see why he's getting banned. He's kind of a problem. But Aurelia though, not many people ban out Aurelia these days.
And there's the obvious Thresh. Thresh has become about a permaban for most teams that play now.
And
Just
Nunu.
and Nunu. They just bring so much to the table. Nunu can just take an enemy jungler out of the game, and Thresh with all his CC, he does a lot for little risk too. The Lantern, I mean, you can make some big plays with him.
I'm still curious about that Aurelia ban. Like, do you know which player on their team on solo is challenger that sports that Aurelia?
I don't. I'm actually trying to look that up right now and figure out. I didn't have time to research my players here, but I'm trying to look up who might be their
I'll start
target
from the
ban.
top. That's what I'm doing too right now, to be honest.
And there's Malphite. Another. They're just trying to knock out these strong initiations, I think.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to ban out all the strong initiates though.
It is. There's quite a few of them now, right? It's done a pretty good job of putting them in the game so that you're not eliminating entire strategy. Because a lot of teams can focus on that wombo combo initiate and hard initiates with ults that just, one-trick ponies like, Sejuani, Amumu, Hecarim, Malphite, all those champions like that. So it's good to see that you still have an option there. Of course, there's plenty of strategies that can counter that too.
Well, we do see the Shen ban and the Lulu pickup for first pick. I really like this as a support player for my ranked team, just because Lulu is such a safe support. Like, let's say you pick Janna. Janna's countered by Blitzcrank, Let's say you pick Leona. Leona's countered by Janna. Like, there's so many of these counter plays you can do in bottom lane as support. But Lulu is just a really, really safe pick. And I think it's really great that they picked that up first.
Oh yeah, Lulu's works well with pretty much any team comp, and maybe that's why I wonder if they played in the early games with Malphite Lulu. I guess I missed that. That's a pretty strong initiation. You got a double knock up there, so they kind of if they would have picked that one up, it would have been nice. Yeah,
they
that's
were
true.
the team that banned out Malphite, so I don't think they were going for that particular.
That's true. That would have been nice. They got some other plans in mind. We'll see. There's Jarvan. That's another safe jungle pick. He can go pretty tanky. If he gets ahead, he can build a little damage and do plenty of damage with it. If not, he's got plenty of CC and crowd control to really disrupt teams.
I really like the Twitch though, the Twitch
Oh
pickup,
yeah.
because Twitch is like that hidden gem. You don't see him very often, but when you see him, he's just so good. And there's the Sejuani. So what we're gonna see here is Sejuani's gonna ult into the team, and then charge in with Arctic Assault, and then Lulu pops everybody up. That's the combo.
Let's see what they do here to counter this. This will be interesting here. 'Cause that's a dangerous combo if they pick that up.
I really want to see a Janna come out on purple team right now. Just because Janna would be so strong for this. It would be amazing counter initiate, and then, it would be amazing push them away. Like stop the initiate, and then they have Jarvan to reinitiate when they're on
Just
their
disrupt
terms
the team
now.
fight a little bit there. That'd be great for him.
Exactly.
We do have a Vayne pickup here too, which Vayne's just come right back on the scene here recently. And I don't know any changes have really happened other than a few item buffs, nerfs, whatever here and there. But a good Vayne player can really mess things up for an enemy team.
Thank you, Tranquility. Disengage was the word I was looking for.
This would be a good matchup bot lane. You got two really strong late game AD carries here too. I think a lot of people underestimate Twitch because it's kind of weak early game if he's in the wrong matchup. But I'd say he's in a pretty favorable matchup against Vayne. It'll be a good skill match down there.
Yeah, and we do see Diana come out. Diana or Morgana, they both are really, really safe for mid. And I personally love the Morgana pickup if you're picking into blind. Just because it's really, really strong. It's hard to gank Morgana, and she just walks away from everything. Safe farm, super safe, cannot touch her.
Morgana has a couple strong counters mid, but by picking Morgana, you also force them into a champion if they're really doing a hard counter Morgana that they may not play well
Hmm.
or might not be what fits their team comp. So, and there's a Rengar. I'd love to see Rengar. He's one of my favorite champions. That would be a fun matchup to see him up top. It's
But
kind of a dangerous pick though if he gets in the wrong matchup too.
But what we are seeing is we're seeing blue team have two just kind of jump into your team.
Mm-hmm.
Like Sejuani can be the target of Lulu ult, and so can Rengar. And Rengar's gonna be jumping on the carry. He's gonna be trying to assassinate them. As soon as Rengar goes in for the assassinate and Lulu pops him up, that player is dead. Like Rengar has a snare, Rengar gets popped up by Lulu. That person CC'd for 2 seconds without Sejuani ult.
Hmm.
And we do have the Twisted Fate lock. Twisted Fate versus Morgana. Morgana definitely favorable in this matchup. We'll have to see how
There,
TF plays his lane.
he's obviously focused on Roman. They want to get some early control here, I guess. And TF actually is a very good pick against the Twitch though, because he does have his ulti to reveal him late game. So TF's ulti won't be, I guess, useless. Sometimes late game, if you're not split pushing, his ulti becomes a little not useless, but a little not as valuable.
A little more
Against,
utility on it,
yeah,
definitely.
especially against that Twitch. That's not a bad pickup as long as he survives lane okay and can get out of there and maybe make a few ganks here and there. It should be okay, but it'll be tough early game because Morgana can just push him right into his tower. Uh,
I do really like that. I do really like their strategy, blue team's strategy. And purple team doesn't really have a counter strategy. They're kind of running the same thing. I mean, you have Jarvan to jump in, you have Sona to use crescendo. Morgana flashes in and ults, and that is actually Morgana support, which is going to be really interesting.
mm,
Nope.
nope, nope,
I'm
Sona
lying.
support.
That's Morgana mid, Rise top. I'm stupid. We'll talk about that
That's
later.
that's gonna be. I tell you what, Rengar, if he can get an early lead top lane, he can make it pretty tough for Rise. Rise
Double
obviously
teleport.
outscales him, but
Double
yeah,
teleport on purple team.
I don't think Rise is gonna have the kill potential on Rengar there with that teleport, unless they're pulling some kind of strategy with that double teleport. That's I don't want to say it's a bad decision because I mean you do have Twisted Fate, so when he
Oh,
ganks, they're gonna be able to double gank somewhere probably if they time their teleports correctly.
you know what it's gonna be? They're actually playing for that twisted fate. Because if you look at
Hmm.
blue team, their whole strategy is feed the dog. And who's the dog? Vayne's the dog in this case. So you feed Vayne until he's gigantic, and then she just steamrolls everyone. So feed the dog. And purple team's just like, okay, whenever TF goes bottom, we know teleports on a 5 minute cooldown. You have Morgana go bottom. This time, okay, fine. Now TF's his ult is up now. Ryze can go bottom. They can take turns like that, right? So they're always going to be able to neutralize that TF ult with the double teleport, and I think that's really smart.
And they're always going to have that split push potential too. So Rengar is a notorious strong split pusher. He can just stay top lane and drop towers with the best of them. So they'll always have somebody to be able to cover him, hopefully, as long as he doesn't get ahead too much. And of course, TF can split push all day, which I thought they were going for an initiate combo at first with the Lulu Sejuani, but it may just be a protect the vein and go from there.
If I was playing on blue team, I would definitely call this an initiate combo, and I would have Twisted Fate playing Protect the Vein. So going from feed the dog to protect the dog. On purple team, I think purple team is a much stronger initiate combo though. I mean, we
Definitely.
do have like 3 ults there. Rise just runs at the speed of light whenever he wants, so he can catch anybody. There's no running away from him, and neither team has really any disengage. So this is gonna be really about who pit. If purple blue team can make the catch, then they've probably secured the fight. But if purple team can get those ults down on everybody, they're just gonna have so much damage, and nothing's gonna survive that.
I wanted to chime back in real quick. I figured it out, but I guess if y'all don't know already, Moody Mathis plays a lot of Aurelia, so they definitely target banned him with the Aurelia. No, that's not right. Sorry, they did it backwards. I don't know why they banned Aurelia, honestly. Moody Mathis plays a lot of
They must have thought they were picking. This could have been blind.
them.
I mean, blue team as
I
well.
take
You
that
see
back. I
that?
don't know why they banned Aurelia.
I mean,
Not
blue team
so
too, because they were looking for the Malphite Lulu, and it
well.
was just like
Not so
bam.
long ago plays a lot. I guess this Aurelia's a popular champion on both of them. Not so long ago plays a lot of Aurelia too. Okay. Well, they both target banded, and that would have been interesting to see one of them on the Aurelia, though. I guess they're scared of that top laner in them. not so long ago, it's probably got the highest division elo I guess between the two teams. So they may look to see if they can shut him down pretty early. I wouldn't be surprised if Thief by Thursday spends a lot of time up there with Rengar.
Well, while we have some downtime, what do you think about the Rise changes? Have you seen them?
I haven't. I've
So
been paying
what's
attention to
happening?
the H's, but not the Rise one.
What's happening to Rise is that he's getting a 5 base move speed increase. All of his spells are getting like 20 range decrement, but his ulti's going from 20, 35, 40 to like 40, 60, 80 move speed bonus. So
Really?
literally cannot run away from Rise anymore. It used to be hard, now it's impossible.
So they're going to try to just nerf him in the ground early game. And if he survives till late game, he's going to be an absolute terror that he already is, even more so.
And I think that's how Rise is kind of supposed to be played. Like, he's supposed to be early game weak, but he's just really, really strong in the early game still.
He
So,
is. He's extremely strong right now. So that might open him up to be a little more, I guess, susceptible to some damage and not be able to trade so easily. But still,
like,
I
you,
don't
you give him those
know.
windows that he's supposed to have.
That's a little scary, him being able to move that fast.
Yeah, I mean, the biggest problem I've ever had with Rise was his move speed, and now that you're just giving him more, I'm terrified. Like, I'm absolutely terrified of
Yeah.
this Rise change.
I tell you what that's going to do, though. That was probably going to move him into a much better top laner. I think you'll see him a lot more top lane trading with those bruisers up there than you will mid.
That's
Uh,
that's actually something to think about, because yeah, like that makes a lot of sense. He would become top far more common top because it's just easier to farm top as a range champion.
it is, and you'll be able to, as long as you have, I guess, you might be able to build a lot of defense early and trade well with some of the bruisers and just scale right in the late game. And with the increased mobility, I mean, you'll basically have a built-in ghost to run away.
Speaking of Rise, what a scumbag! Everyone else has a skin but him.
He's let his
Team,
team down. What in the world?
I know. So now we have Team Foreskin versus Team
Just,
just
just
no, just
force.
two skin. I don't know. It's kind of that forced a joke. Now it's done.
Yeah, it's okay. Let's just trade TF and Rise, and we'll have skins versus no skins. Shirts
I
and
don't know.
skins.
That
Shirts and
Jack of Hearts
skins.
skin though. Who
Team
runs Jack
foreskin.
of Hearts?
Hey, it's a good skin. Around
I don't know, man.
Valentine's Day. I don't know how it works in July, but
I need to rock that PAX TF whenever I can get it.
I believe that's the most sought after skin, isn't it?
That's the most expensive skin in this game. It's like it runs anywhere from $200 to $500.
I've got a guy I play with who's actually his name is Pax TF, and of course he has the skin, but he's changed to only playing TF because he has the skin, and that's his summoner name is Pax TF. So
And here we are. The game is starting, so let's see what these guys are going to do level 1.
we
And
got pretty standard item builds coming out so far for the supports. Rengar's got an interesting start. He's got 2 Reju beats, which might be turning into a Tiamat. He's obviously going for some sustain up there and not early kills. Twitch, the longsword start's always solid. He's going a little safe there with 2 health potions also. Probably an early Vamp Scepter. Vayne's got the standard Doran's Blade. And of course the forced meta for the junglers, the machete.
I think Rengar Rengar kind of had 2 options in this lane. He could either go mass sustain, so he could just live through Rise's range poke, or he could have just done an all-in and just killed Rise level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5. So it looks like he's gone for that more sustain, just like the
Yeah.
safer build.
He's got a utility build too. A lot of Rises is all playstyle. If you want to go, you can build him pretty much however you want to and work towards it. He's gone utility though, so he's gonna be a little squishier early, but he's gonna scale a lot better.
I really like blue team's positioning right now. They have every entrance to their jungle covered. I mean, you have the blue buff, the banana bush, red buff wraiths, and tri-bush. They're all covered, so they know exactly where purple team's gonna go if they try to invade. It's kind of a defensive strategy. And I really like seeing invades these days, so I always forget to do
Yeah,
that.
they're both playing passive, and it's just a tough match for these guys. They got to be a little more. I don't know if we'll see a lot of aggression or just a lot of conservative plays from both teams. Also, just a little reminder: line up the champions with the lanes if you would.
I did.
You did? Okay.
Yep. I just did. I got that. I got that
Good
message.
deal. Good deal. Good deal. Just checking.
To be honest, Ari taught me that trick the last time I casted with him. I didn't know about that beforehand.
It's good stuff to know. You gotta learn something new.
Even I can learn a thing or two.
I've got some early trades going on bot. Not many ward spot though right now. Other than the bush ward, it's pretty wide open for the junglers to come in there and see what they can do.
Twisted Fate's already getting a little aggressive though. Already throwing out a gold card on Morgana. Getting those auto attacks in as well.
Sejuani top trying to move in for a gank, it looks like.
Yes, it is. And can she pick this up?
There
she is
no
level
ward,
2.
Though.
And Rengar does jump. The scenarios go down. And the Arctic Assault does miss. So they aren't going to be able to pick up that kill. I think if the Arctic Assault did hit, they would have had enough damage with Rengar's follow-up. And that would have definitely been first blood.
Moody Mathis just barely escaped it. That was a nice root on Sejuani, though. That kind of threw him off, I think, rooting Sejuani instead of Rengar, which was a good decision by him. Jarvan's going for a gank. Let's see if he does some damage.
And Lulu does get knocked up. Lulu does have to flash, and they are going to get away scot-free. But looks like Sejuani is setting up in mid, though. I don't think there's a gank here.
No,
Morgana's just too safe.
Though. They've both junglers have been able to gank a lane and blow a flash. So if it's if they can, as long as they can follow up with this, it'll be be good. You don't want to be for nothing there. But they do have a couple flashes, so this will be interesting.
Twisted Fate still bullying Morgana a little bit, keeping the lane pushed up, and that's exactly what you have to do. It does look like he's going upwards. Is he going to try to gank, or is he going to try to like steal jungle?
He may try to dive here. He's going all the way up there, I think. And they've, well,
I don't know. This could be kind of dangerous.
I think he should have committed to that. Now he's not going to lose too much XP and minions though, so it's not too bad. He actually didn't lose any creeps at all. But oh, nice bind by Vestilos there.
And Twisted Fate's going to take a little bit of damage, not too much. But Sejuani's perfect there for the gank. And Morgana's Black Shield is down. But Twisted Fate, he does get this gold card, but that is under the tower. Nothing can be done there.
Morgana just waltzed away there. That's a pretty good trade for her. Sejuani took a lot of damage, may have to back. Twisted Fate's run a little low too. That was a good play.
Jarvan is heading top, and can he make this gank happen? Rengar is running, but Jarvan does have flagpole still up, and he decides to back off. I think they could have gotten that.
We missed the pink ward battle down there. That's the fun of playing a support now. You always get the Tri-Bush pink battle.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Jarvan's still relenting. He's going up top again.
I think Rengar saw him though. Yeah, he didn't quite
Rengar
sneak
did
into
see
the
him.
bush.
I think it's really smart that Jarvan went up for that double gank though. Like, he comes up, Rengar sees him, he backs off. But Rengar's not gonna think, he's gonna come back again. So I think that's really smart to just go there twice. And well, he did try to enter the bush at a unfortunate time, but that I think that was a very smart play, at the very least. It's a good idea. Morgana did just bind into a bush for no reason.
Back off here. Farm's pretty even across the board, to be honest.
Ryze is falling behind Rengar though by almost 10. So that's a little bit of an unexpected result, considering that that Rengar is going for more of a regen build. So they're doing a great job at harassing Lulu, making sure to get that power cord off. And if you look at those health, I mean, purple team's health is just so much higher. So they've been dodging these skill shots. They've been working their lane to their advantage.
Oh, good gank here mid. Let's see what happens. Is Morgana be able to sneak away from this one?
Morgana does have almost no mana. And Morgana's leading on the bottom. Bottom's gonna be able to counter gank this if they are ready. And they're gonna pick up Blue first.
Oh, good first blood by Twitch there.
Let's see. So we are 7 minutes in. The score is 1-0. Purple team picking up first blood. 8.2k gold to 7.8. And looks like Sejuani already got her sight or spirit stone. Wow, I was about to say sight stone. I don't know my items apparently. And she does have her boots, so she is gonna be able to gank a little more efficiently. I would like to see Jarvan back up now, just like back, you know, buy his boots, and just because he's gonna need that power if he wants to gank at this point. Everybody's backed once, and he needs a little more power at this point to make his ganks effective.
It's definitely a good time to recall, and he may go ahead and do it now, but I guess you just want to go ahead and secure that red buff. I would have personally gone ahead and backed and then picked up the red buff so you can have it a little longer, but he's, buff control is huge in these rank 5s.
And here is Sejuani coming up on top. Rise just getting taken down so fast. And there is 1-1 now. Blue team evening up those odds. And we do see Twisted Fate with 6 and blue buff. So he's not only going to have a lower lower cooldown on his ult, but he's going to be able to go anywhere.
The red buff just stole blue buff from Morgana mid. That's not what they want. I hope that doesn't hurt him. Thief by Thursday, it's not a bad thing to have your jungler picking it up, but that was definitely supposed to go to Thestalos and mid.
I think that's actually going to swing mid huge, because Twisted Fate is a champion in that when she plays the lane, it's all about pushing. Force the wave into your opponent's tower, and then they can't do anything. They're stuck farming. And Morgana, on the other hand, uses Puddle to farm, and she really needs that mana. Her mana drops so fast.
Puddle, I like that one.
What, you don't call it Puddle?
I don't know what I call it. I've never thought about that. Looks like Thief's going for some counter jungling here.
Jarvan's going for that invade, but he does get caught, and there's the gold card. Arctic Assault is not coming out quite yet. Morgana does Dark Binding and land on Twisted Fate. I think, once the binding hit, they might have been able to just go in on that. Morgana does still have her ult up. Jarvan still had flagpole. And, no, he is 5. He does not have it ult yet. I don't know. I think they might have been able to get a little aggressive there. But safe play coming out from both sides. Just defend the jungle and just walk out alive. That's fine.
Moody has to be careful here. Rengar has Ignite up. Oh, he's going for the kill, too. He's got his ulti. There it is.
Oh, there it is.
That's the kill. Oh, the root's not going to be enough. He's got a flash on that one.
So that was excellent play on Rengar. Being able to just snipe Rise under his tower. And top tower is going to take a lot of damage. This is actually going to free up blue team to do a lot. Jarvan has to go protect top, otherwise top will fall. So this means bottom is now open for ganks, and there's no counter gank. And that's exactly what TF is thinking. But TF does back up. Oh, that would have been a perfect gank bottom.
And that's what we were talking about earlier. Morgana doesn't have that blue buff. He's got it back. And whereas TF can just push this lane and gank wherever he feels like it, but bot's pushed up a little too much. I'm sure he could make a play, but right now he's choosing to push mid down a little bit.
Alright, so bottom lane does have a little action going on. Lulu does walk into, I don't know, I'm going to call it Fuzzy. We'll call it Fuzzy. No, that's a terrible name. I need to find a nickname for Lulu's polymorph, or not polymorph. Wow, I'm bad at this.
Let's call it Sheep. Or
sheep?
Rabbit, or whatever she does. What does this skin do?
No. We'll call it Sheep, because it is a reference to Sheep Stick. So, that makes sense.
Zan's managed to sneak in. Oh, he hasn't sneaked in the Travis. They see him down there. Yeah, he's definitely warded.
Sitting right on top of Ward, and he's just like, I'm gonna drop this pink here.
Hey guys. It really was a good time on the ward, because their green just ran out. Their sight ward just ran out, so that's a good time to place that one there.
I have a feeling Sejuani just like something played in her head. I got a feeling, and then she's just like, oh no, I know I'm spotted. But she is coming around again. Nope, going upwards, making me a liar. Ooh, pretty smart play by Morgana, but she's going in way too deep.
Oh,
and there goes the Sejuani ult. Arctic Assault comes in, and can they get the stun card? The stun card does hit Morgana. Is she going to be able to flash the wall? No, she dies right before she can flash. Whew. TF is now without blue buff, though, so he's just going to push the lane and leave.
Look at DJ Koopa going in hard with the flash on Vayne. He's putting some heavy damage down there. don't
But
know if
Sejuani's going to be here
Yep.
to stop that kill. On the other hand, at top, we have Jarvan coming in, and Jarvan does get the flagpole knockup on Rengar. Rengar gets snared, doing so much damage, and here comes Jarvan's ult, but Rengar does go invisible. Can he do the jukes? And
Oh,
he
it's
does
just
get the juke away!
so close.
That was so close. That was perfect ult timing for him too. If Jarvan got the single, like, if Jarvan was able to Q accurately once more, another Q and auto attack would have finished off Rengar.
You know, this is what we were worried about top lane too. Rengar's already got that Hydra completed, and he's just going for a lot of sustain and split push. He's pretty much giving their hand right away. It pretty much shows they're going for that split push there. I mean, they got TF and Rengar, and Rengar has a big lead on top right now. Jarvan may have to spend a lot of time up there just to save Ryze. And Ryze also has that root, which is great for ganking, but I wonder if it's a little too late now.
The only lane purple lane's really ahead in right now is bottom. Or purple team is really ahead in is bottom. I mean, bottom is up 20 CS, but if you look at top, top is down by almost 30, and mid is also down by 10. Even jungle is also down by about 5 to 10, almost 10. So purple team's gonna have to just like stick it out right now, try to make it to that late game, because if they just let blue team take this snowball and keep it rolling, then they're gonna be in a lot of trouble. Morgana does make a great dark binding though. And if she can time her black shield, nope, she does just decide to back off instead.
Sejuani, great ult by Zayn. Oh, this is a 4-man gank bot. This is going to be bad for them.
But Sona does get her ult on everybody, and here comes Morgana. If Ryze was here, they might have been able to make a play, but Sona going in too close, gonna take a lot of damage, but the black shield's gonna prevent Condemn from coming out. On the other hand, Rengar is still just bullying Ryze out of his tower. Taking down that tower and just walking away.
Moody put some heavy damage on not so long ago there, but it's not going to be enough.
And here we have another blue buff attempt by purple team. Will Jarvan's red take it once more?
This is going to be a great trade here for I think Rainmakers. Is that... Nope, that's not Rainmakers.
That's Solo.
Solo. Yeah, Solo picks up a
Challenger.
tower and dragon.
So that's going to put them ahead by a lot. I mean, right now, they are up by 4k gold, give or take. And that's going to be a huge advantage at this point in the game.
Oh, not so long ago, just going all in on Ryze.
There is the Ryze kill.
Wow. Rengar just has so much burst, and that's what I was worried about in Champ Select. Zayn's put some damage down here on Morgana. He's pretty tanky. I don't know if Morgana has the AP to take him on yet.
I don't think either champion had the ability to kill the other in that situation, but it does look like Rengar's doing the counter jungling. Jarvan is spotted, so you know Rengar's completely safe there. And Fate's gonna pick up blue buff right now.
This is where Rengar's strongest though. Once he gets that first tower down, he has the ability just to take over the top side of the jungle. And he always has his ulti to escape. Most of the time his flash will still be up. So this is when it's gonna be really tough for them just to get their jungle back, honestly.
So let's see. Well, let's take a look at items right now. It does look like Morgana is looking to set up that Zhonya's Hourglass. She does have the Chalice, you know, because she did have an extended period without blue buff. That Chalice was kind of her saving grace at that point.
It was, and you know that was a very unfortunate play for them, but just gotta be careful with that red buff.
Just be careful with that red buff. Twisted Fate on the other hand does have a Sheen first. Looks like he's going for a Lich Bane, but the Negatron Cloak kind of leads me to an Abyssal. I would like to see a Lich Bane instead of an Abyssal, but he might be taking the Abyssal just because they have 3 close range champions, and he wants to just be able to shred them a little bit.
I do like that pickup of the Negatron TF though, because you know we were worried about. Obviously, Morgana's a direct counter on TF, but his job here is just to map control. Oh, Rengar's just blowing up top lane. Wow.
Rengar's just bullying right now. There is no stopping him. I feel like I'm watching Stanley just like continuously push and just not care because he's Stanley.
They can't stop him right now.
He's just too
He still
strong.
got his ult up. He didn't have to ult for that one.
Oh, Jarvan does try to get the sneaky gank into the lane bush, or the river bush rather. But he does not pull the flag first, and he is going to be spotted.
He's sitting right on a ward too.
And we do have a pause. Alright, so let's continue our item analysis then. Let's look at top lane. So we do have Ravenous Hydra on Rengar. And what do you think that longsword's going to build into?
Well, he may turn into a Bloodthirster or goes to go Brutalizer, which is a pretty core item on Rengar, to be honest. Once he gets some cooldown reduction, I mean, that's what he relies on, is all his abilities, his triple Q, all that good stuff.
BRB restaurant.
But yeah, I mean, he's got no reason to build any kind of tanky items right now as far ahead as he is.
Honest, I think I would have liked to see Ryze pick up a Frozen Heart. Or not even Frozen Heart, the Glacial Shroud. Just needed the Glacial Shroud, so he would be able to tank a little more damage, and it gives him mana. I mean, the Warden's Mail is a great pickup. I think I would have liked Glacial Shroud instead there, though.
Warden's Mail is a good pickup if you're against Vayne. Like, so late game, if he can survive and he hasn't got too far behind, it's a good pickup. But you're right, that CDR would have been huge for him right now, and the armor's a little bigger, I believe, on the Glacial Shroud than Warden's Mail. I mean, yeah.
Looks like Vayne is going for the very classic, just getting Bork as fast as you can. Twitch is a little bit ahead in that aspect, though. Does already have a Bilgewater Cutlass and a Vampiric Scepter on top of that. So Twitch,
if you look at the gold count, though, Vayne's got him by 200, which is, you know, nothing almost. So it's pretty even bot lane.
Well, the 200 is definitely just from that tower and top and that dragon. So that global gold keeping Vayne in the game in bottom. Yeah, it looks like we are back. Jarvan's still sitting on that ward, and Sejuani, very clever, is not. So if the gank does come out, there is a counter gank waiting to happen.
You know, not so long ago, there's put so
and there's Twisted Fate.
Oh.
The stun comes down. Jarvan's getting focused, and Sejuani ult onto Twitch. Can they make kills happen here? Jarvan does flash out, but Vayne does pick her up. Sejuani diving the tower, taking that aggro. Twitch and Vayne trade, but Twisted Fate's gonna pick up that Sona kill, flashing just a little preemptively though. And I think it's just actually, you know, I do think that Ryze had the time to come down. Ryze definitely had the chance to make his appearance bottom lane and to really turn around that fight. I mean, they were diving the tower and they did lose their AD carry. So if Ryze did come down, I think that would have been maybe like they would have gotten 2 out of that, or maybe even 3.
It did, but that pause really hurt Rainmakers. You know, we saw Jarvan sitting on that ward, and sadly they had the time to realize what they were going to do with it, and they just cleaned him up.
Yeah, formulating a plan.
Yeah,
Here
they didn't.
Ryze is getting cut down again by Rengar.
Solo definitely did not take advantage of that pause the way that the Rainmakers did.
Wait, you have that backwards, bro.
Is it backwards? I was looking at this thing. This one's Thief's on Rainmakers.
Blue is solo. Blue is solo is Challenger, and purple is Rainmakers.
Yeah, Rainmakers got crushed. Okay.
Oh, and Rengar does get hit by Dark Binding.
It's not even gonna do any damage to him.
Yeah, just kind of ignore it and walk away.
Just heal it right back up. And this is what I'm talking about. He's just lost the jungle. Rengar's taking red. He's got that tier. He's got secondary turret. That's just not good right now. They've got to figure out a new strategy right now because they are split pushing him to death. They're just getting to execute their strategy so well right now.
It's not even like a giant split push either. Like Rengar's only split pushing because he got so far ahead. I feel like this wasn't a planned split push, but rather a split push by convenience. Like, you know, Rengar got so far ahead, so, you know, why not split push? No one can kill me in a 1v1 right now, so I can just do whatever I want. And Twisted Fate will back me up if I ever run into hot water. And there is the Abyssal Scepter on Twisted Fate now, so he did get the Abyssal Scepter second. Personally, I don't know how I feel about that. But, you know, let's see how it plays out. It will be able to stop a lot of the damage coming out from Chain of Corruption. So that's going to be important. I think it's Chain of Corruption. Soul Shackles. Chain of Corruption's Varus's. I'm stupid. And here is Jarvan's Cataclysm. Twisted Fate does take out Vayne, but Sona gets the ult on 3 people. Glacial Prism comes out, and there is the Lulu ult, knocking up another 3. But lots of damage coming down. Ryze's area effect is just huge. Purple team has... I can't tell which team is winning, really. Morgana is going to appear. But Twisted Fate is out of mana, so the chase is on. Morgana's going to come down, and he's going to turn around. Sejuani is gonna die to poison. I think Morgana should have kept going. She does not have her ult up, but she does still have the flash and plenty of mana. I think that could have been another kill at the very least.
That was a really close fight despite how far behind they are.
Yeah, that was incredibly close.
Oh no.
Oh,
don't
no.
get close to him.
Fatal mistake. Fatal mistake.
Oh man. Just let him do his thing and stay away from him.
But Rengar did take the perfect opportunity here to take another tower though. So let's see, they got mid tower, they got top tower, and they won the fight. So they were way, way far ahead.
That puts them up 10k right now. Well, almost 10k gold.
Almost 10k gold, yep.
And Dragon is actually still up. They've kind of left that one up a little bit. But there's really no reason to take it. They're up 10k gold, like I said, and you know, if they go for it, they can just counter it and destroy it.
Yeah, I mean, blue team has every advantage in the build right now. You can't fight anybody on blue team in a 1v1. Blue team has complete map control. Morgana right now is really ballsy, getting overextended without mana. So I mean, Twisted Fate's close, Rengar's close.
Closing in on him. There he goes.
And here is the sandwich. Morgana's just not gonna be able to get out. I mean.
Yep. Rogue's picked up the oracles too, which might help with Rengar if they can close in on him and stop him. And Vayne also, it's a good pickup, I think, especially if they're trying to defend here. It might be a little too late, so something's got to change really quick.
So this is something interesting. First, that Twitch got out because they waited till they were melee range to attack him. But what's more interesting is Twitch does have a Hurricane first. And I'm personally not a big fan of that item. I mean, Hurricane, if you're ahead, fine, go for it. But Twitch is behind, really, in his lane, now that these fights have started coming down.
They've got 3 top on not so long ago. I don't know if he's going to make it out of this one. He still put some heavy damage on Jarvan, though. Oh, watch out, Thief. You're right. That item's a strange pickup. Very strange. I guess he's just worried about putting that poison on people and just put as much damage as he can.
I mean, it is true damage. Oh, but he is going to be singled out by Glacial Prism.
Great.
Says Money going in. Still taking tower aggro. Lulu ult does save him. But here's the Morgana ult. And can she keep up? Cleanse does come out. That was an early cleanse. But now Lulu getting caught. But Twitch is just... Oh, Twitch just moved into a perfect position. And that's an easy pickup for purple team. We do see Twisted Fate coming out though, and both Morgana and Twitch are. Oh no, Twitch is full, but Morgana's pretty low. But he's completely caught.
Oh,
Let's see where he goes. Oh, and there is the stun on the Twitch. Rise does come in, pick up another kill.
There's the teleport by Rise.
The one we've all been waiting for, but the jukes! The jukes!
He juked the entire team. I hope it's worth it. Can he get out?
He doesn't even have to. He just has to buy time for Rengar. I mean, Rengar's going to push up, and he's going to do, like, 600 damage to the tower. Immediately. But did he buy enough time? Let's see. Yup, and there is the tower smashing. Look how fast that tower is going to go down. So I mean, at that point he was caught. I think if I was him, I would have just like teleported out here, just backed out. I mean, he did have that destiny, so he saw everybody closing in. He knew that it was a suicide mission at that point. So I think the decision would have been to just leave.
It was not so long ago, just pushing top again. He's hammering top right now. It looks like they've kind of changed their position though. You got Jarvan, Rise still up there. Morgana always has the access to run up top, but it's just almost futile to chase after a Rengar unless you really lock him down, because he's got that ult just to waltz away.
And while we have a little second here, we do have. Never mind, we don't have a second because Rengar is going on to Jarvan. So much damage is coming out. Jarvan can't even take out of this.
Oh, Morgana shield's not going to open there. He's got so much damage, and it's all physical, so. That's just not
except for the shout. Except for the shout. But yeah.
A little too late, especially when Rengar's sitting in a bush. He just has that jump right to him.
Yep. So blue team just, you know, classic by the book, just gonna siege this tower right now. Oh, Sona does go in for the ulti. I think that was a little bit of miscommunication because there was no follow-up there.
A little late condemned by Sheikah. He could have slammed Sona right into the turret there, and he's just a little slow on it.
So
Lopez going for the inhib turret.
He doesn't care. He can do whatever he wants.
Good bind by Thestos. He might be able to finish him here. Oh, there's
Twitch does come up, and here's the flash. Expunge is not gonna kill him. Yes, it is.
That's a big pickup for Twitch there.
Was that the blade? No, that was not the blade of the Rune King kill. That just looked like it. I don't know really why.
He had double buffs on. I think double buffs.
Double buffs.
Information.
Oh, Twisted Fate is gonna get caught out here. Is there gonna be the purple team initiate? No, purple team is not going to man up and go balls deep on this. I don't know. They have a window right now because you see Twisted Fate pick a a red card, so it is down for another 2 seconds where they could have initiated, and it is a 5v4.
But right now, this is something they need. Is they need towers. Purple team's way behind on objectives, towers, everything. You know, they need to start picking up some global gold so they can spread it around. And honestly, a lot of the gold's on Ringar, so this could be a good thing if they can just keep stalling, because Ringar's team fighting is so-so. He's obviously an excellent split pusher and an incredible 1v1 duelist. So,
but you make a great point there. All the gold is on Rengar. If we look at the gold, 11k is on Rengar with the next highest at 9k with Twisted Fate. So as soon as you take out Rengar, that's a giant pocket of gold out, and Rengar's gonna be diving on your carry. So if you get good peel, he's done. Rengar's only choice is the split push, and then at that point you have a 4v5 scenario, and they can take advantage of that 4v5 because Ryze is just so good at team fights. He's starting to get strong right now, and they have double teleport. They can stop the split push if need to be.
I thought they were setting up for Baron there, but it looks like they're just kind of backing off. Might have a few items to pick up here, but I think they're just going to keep farming. You know, they're ahead. There's no reason to make any stupid plays here. Oh, they're going on Shake the Zula. Nice buy by Thestos.
Very nice pickup by Purple Team. That's going to be huge.
That was a great pickup, but you know, they got to look. They got Rengar still pushing top. Somebody's got to deal with him. Somebody has to stop and push that inhib turret.
I feel like this is the Tryndamere effect. Like
it is.
You have to fight him, but nobody wants to fight him. Nobody wants to be that guy that's like, you fed the guy that's fed even more.
Oh no!
And, oh no! Fatal mistake. Fatal
No.
mistake.
And Rengar just walks away. Just
And
gets a
Rengar's
free
just
kill,
so
move
strong.
on to some other lane.
Morgana still had Hourglass. She still had that Hourglass. She could have just R'd and then Hourglass, and immediately she would have been safe. Rengar be stunned, and then she might have been able to actually get out of that. She does still have flash up too, so she definitely could have lived there, I think.
Might have lived a few more seconds.
a few more seconds, you know. Sona's up too, and she does have her exhaust.
That's true.
That few more seconds saves lives.
Maybe.
Blue
Let's
team does
pick
have great
another dragon
warding.
up. I think Koopa's going all in on Shaken. Let's see what happens. Oh man, some heavy damage.
Oh, but the
Nice ult by
glacial
Saiyan.
prism save.
Just a little too late.
Just a little too late. That poison is going to finish up
Oh,
Vayne.
here comes not so long.
And here comes
They're
teleport
clean up
number one.
Koopa.
And there is the Morgana.
There's the
And the
Sunburst.
Hourglass. If Jarvan just went in. Except that was probably a smart play for Jarvan not to go in because there was a Twisted Fate there. There's my map awareness for you, y'all.
Oh,
So Purple Team is going to get cleaned out right now.
that is a big, scary Rengar with that Lulu ult.
That is a big scary Rengar with that Lulu ult. I don't think there's a more proper way to put it.
No,
Big and
that's
scary.
12-2, and he was oversized.
Pretty much sums it up. Here.
Nice ult, Sona. Finish off Zayn.
But there is nothing to be done off that ult.
That's gonna
You know,
be a free
this
hit there.
This is just Jarvan left. I don't know what Jarvan can do here. Jarvan's presence is just too strong. You know, I think I'm back off my base, and that's exactly what Blue does.
They're a little low. They're only saving Grace here. My Rainmakers might have a chance to Baron, but I think Rengar just has a just too much of an ability to assassinate anyone he wants right now.
Rengar's just too strong. His damage is so high. I mean, let's look at some stats. He
He's
is
going in again.
262.
Not so long ago, he's taking over this game. He's going to destroy Twitch.
Oh, that Twitch.
Oh, no.
Fatal mistake. Fatal mistake. I really like Rengar's positioning there though. Like, he knew that the wave is pushed up. It's gonna push towards them, so somebody's gonna go and farm it. Somebody's gonna walk through the jungle. And it just happened to be Twitch. It was a great pickup. And he's doing it again. And here is the Jarvan. But he does have Rise back up. And there's the Runic Prism and the ult. So much stuff being burned onto Rengar, but Flash does come out. He is gonna get away scot-free.
Zayn makes a good play there. I mean, he realizes Rengar's got a big bounty in his head right now, so he didn't want to give away that 500 gold for nothing. Especially to someone like Rise, just to put him back in the game. That 500 gold would be huge right now.
I mean, all they have to do is wait. Rise will just get so strong that it doesn't even matter. This early game advantage can still definitely be, or this rather, it's more mid game now. But this advantage that Blue has can definitely still be lost if they let Rise do what he wants.
Yeah.
But Rise is taking so much damage.
Like I said, it might be a little too late.
Might be a little too late.
They've got to figure out some way to ward this top jungle to where they know where Rengar is at all times. And Phantom there wisely picking up the oracles just to make sure that Rengar can keep doing what he's doing. You clear out the jungle and there it is.
It's still his playing field. One thing that I really like that I haven't seen yet is like the Oracle change, because the Oracle change made it so let's talk about what it used to be. It used to be so you don't buy Oracles when you're really, really behind or you're afraid to, because you're afraid that you're just going to die and lose that 400 gold. Blue team does pick up Baron.
Uncontested. Very easy Baron for them.
Free almost.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what you're going to do right now. They're down a man, and what do you do? Rengar is so strong, but you're right. The Oracle change has been huge for, it's easier to pick up on junglers. Supports don't have to worry if they die because supports are obviously starved of gold, and they're still figuring out the Baron's gone.
I think the more important thing is you don't have to be afraid to buy Oracle when you're behind now, and that's the biggest thing that's hurting Purple Team.
Yeah. That
top jungle is completely warded, and they have no vision. If they just like 5-man grouped, just cleared the wards in there, even they would have some tough time.
Not so long jumping in the Baron pit. Take out the ward. Yeah, you're right. It's opened up for the losing team to be not so worried about losing it, so at least have it in case they die. Because right now, I'd be terrified of a Rengar of ever buying our Oracles because he will assassinate you instantly. So at least you can buy one and still have it if he does, use his ult on you and destroy you in half a second, which is what's happening right now.
I think I'm in love with Twitch's build. I think I know what he's doing, and it's going to be great if he's doing what I think he's doing. I think he's going insta-kill Twitch, but I could be wrong.
Oh, he's got plenty of damage. I mean, don't underestimate Twitch's damage right now. That would be their last mistake.
Oh, wait.
However, Rengar has way too much damage if he can prioritize his targets correctly.
I'm wrong. He's not going insta-kill Twitch.
Oh. But great ulti by Zayn. He's just gonna take the tower there.
That Vayne had a perfect cleanse there, and that was really good. I mean, this right here is just a gold advantage. Blue team's overwhelming gold advantage is showing right now. I was gonna say insta kill Twitch. You get your the insta crit thing, the triple crit. What's that item called?
Sword of Divine. Right?
Sword of Divine. Yes. Sword of Divine. You get just lots of AD and Sword of Divine, insta kill everybody. Your ulti crits on everything.
That's gonna be a game right there. They've finally pushed all the way in, and they got a 20k gold lead. That's game. GG. Solo played a great game here.
They took their advantage and they ran with it, and that's all they needed to do.
Not so long ago, took the game in his hands, though. I'll give him that. I'd give him the MVP and finish off Morgana again.
Definitely the MVP. All right, so GG. Solo is challenger, and the Rainmakers